Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share with you a get ready with me on this makeup look using a ton of new products, a bunch of stuff from my Sephora VIB sale haul, and just some newer releases. Most of the products I have tested out already, so I can give you little mini reviews about them and how they wear and everything throughout my video. But if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look using a bunch of new makeup products, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to be using as many new products as possible. I'm going to use mostly the stuff from my Sephora VIB sale haul, and then just some newer releases. I'm going to start off with the Hangover X Primer / Setting Spray. I'm going to use this before I do my eye makeup so it doesn't like ruin it or anything. And I actually really like, oh, I just ate that. I really like this spray so far. I actually like sprayed in my hair earlier too to try to like tame flyaways, but it actually feels very hydrating. It feels like the Hangover X, but just more lightweight, which I really like because that's been a little heavy for me. I sprayed a whole lot of that. Okay, so I'm going to move into my eyes with the new Smashbox Holiday Palette. This is called the Shadow and Contour Blush Palette, Draw In, Decked Out. I will link it below. I'll link everything below. And so you guys know I am doing a Smashbox giveaway on my channel right now for like the next week or so. You're going to win these two holiday sets from Smashbox. This one's really cool. It has 2 eyeshadow palettes and one of their highlighter palettes, and then this is a bunch of their Be Legendary liquid lipsticks or regular lipsticks in mini form. So you guys can enter to win both of these. I'll have the link to that giveaway down below. And I've actually only swatched this palette so far, but I'm pretty familiar with the Smashbox formula because I use their Cover Shop palettes. I'm gonna go in with this like light base, and I'm hoping it's like the same formula as their Cover Shop palettes. I did swatch a couple shades and it's really pretty so far. Like these shades swatch really pigmented, so I'm sure it will work out good. And it's also a really good value. I think it's $42, and you also get some contour shades and some blush shades, so it's a really big palette. There is some fallout. You guys can see the fallout. How did it get over here from there? Okay, I don't know, but this is a really big palette. I'm gonna go in with this like light brown. I think I'm just gonna do like a coppery look with these shades. And I have also been testing out the new Huda Beauty mini palettes. I have them right here in front of me, the mauve one and the smoky one. I think I do wanna do a video on those two because I actually do really like them. I have some thoughts about them. I don't plan on getting the other two though. So far this is feeling like the same formula as the Cover Shop palette. So there is a decent amount of fallout, but it's pretty pigmented and it doesn't fall out on my face. I don't care if it falls out in the pan, but as long as it's not like down my face, I'm good. And there's not really like a medium brown in here, so you have this shade and then the next one are like the dark tones. So I'm just gonna go in with this shade again with a denser brush and just like build that up into my crease a bit more. And then I'm gonna add that burgundy shade into my crease too. Just something like super fall. And I have a feeling this is gonna be like a 5-minute eye look because these are really pigmented. They're really easy to blend out. And then I'm just gonna add this warm like fudgy shade. I'm gonna add that to like the outer third of my eye. And then I think just like the lid color. All right, so I'm just adding in this like brownish burgundy tone. I think this is gonna be a really pretty shade. It's a little darker, but I like it, yeah. It's kind of like almost has like a purple hint to it. And I feel like sometimes when I do darker eye looks like this, it's so hard for me to like look at it before I do like my concealer and everything because I'm just staring at the darkness on my lid compared to my dark circles. And I can't tell like what it's supposed to look like until I do like my concealer and everything. So I'm just gonna go in with this like champagne color with a pencil brush. I do this a lot where I just add in a lighter tone to my inner corner and then I carry it up a bit to just like open up that area of my eye. And then my eyeshadow is pretty much done. I'm just gonna add like a tiny bit of that burgundy shade again in my outer V. And then I think we are good to go. I'll be able to see it a little bit better. Let me know if you guys know what I mean. Like when I don't have my foundation on and stuff, it's hard for me to like see where an eye look is going. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara. And then I'll be good to go. Just put on some lashes and then move on to my face. All right, so lashes are on. I'm going in with primer. I'm going in with a primerizer from Smashbox. And I'm also going to go in with the newest Smashbox primer on top of this. And the lashes I'm wearing are Coco Lashes and Misha. You can get them at ladymoss.com. I buy them like every week. They're the only lashes I've been wearing for several months, but I do want to get lash extensions like next week. I want to get them for Thanksgiving if I can, if not like right after. Since I'm traveling like for the holidays, I don't want to bring lashes or worry about them. And then I'm using the new Iconic Primer Stick from Smashbox. So this is like the Pore Vanish Stick by the Essay Edit. And I thought the Essay Edit like doesn't exist anymore, but I saw a display at Sephora the other day. So I don't know if they're still like gonna be selling in all Sephoras. But anyways, this is like one of those pore filling sticks. It's really awesome. I've been using it for a couple weeks now. It's also kind of like the Milk Blur Stick, but this is definitely more pore filling because it's like silicone based. I'm just like seeing the fill on my face and I keep going over it because I think it's pretty cool. It's like it like face tunes your face as soon as you put it on. And then I'm going to use the NARS Soft Matte Concealer that I got at the VIB sale. I used the shade Light 2.75. I'm not going to use this as concealer like under my eyes. I'm just going to use it on like some redness and breakouts. That's how I like to use it so far. I did use it under my eyes and it looks good, but it's just so matte. And I like something really hydrating and like glowy under my eyes. But it gives you like serious coverage. I'm going to put this on my nose too so you guys can see like redness coverage. It's so good at that. And I would do this either under my foundation or on top. I prefer sometimes to do it under foundation because then it doesn't mess with like the coloring of your foundation. And I'm totally just getting crafty with the brushes I'm using right now. This is a highlight brush from Smashbox. I'm using it as a concealer brush because my concealer brush has color corrector on it. I'm gonna go in with my color corrector from Benefit. I'm just gonna be doing my like normal concealer routine because this is what I've been doing for like the last 2 months. The Boying Concealer. Love this stuff. It's gonna make like such a huge difference in my under eyes in like 2 seconds. So I just apply a little bit and I use the shade number 2. So with one eye done, you guys can see like it just gives you really good coverage and cancels out any like discoloration or redness under your eyes. It's awesome. I love it. I love the Becca one too, but this is a little bit more natural looking since it's not as brightening. Then I'm using the Peach Perfect Foundation from Too Faced. I've been using this a couple days now and I like it so far. It's matte, but it's supposed to be a comfortable matte, and it definitely is. I don't like the pump, and you guys warned me about it. I don't like the pump. It's like hard to get product out of here, so it takes a minute. And then I'm just using a full coverage foundation brush from Smashbox. This foundation isn't like full coverage. It's more of like a medium coverage. It's actually almost like a light medium coverage, so I was actually surprised by that because on a lot of people, it looked like it was a full coverage finish. And it goes on, like it feels like a BB cream when it goes on. So I was kind of surprised by that too. But then it definitely feels matte afterwards. And the foundation actually does smell like peaches. Like all the products in the new peach collection. Like that kind of candied peach smell, which I was not expecting. I was not expecting that for the actual foundation, just the powder products. So I do recommend this foundation so far. I've been liking it. It's just like a very different texture because like the texture is kind of like a moisturizer. It's definitely pretty hydrating, but then it does dry matte. And when you go to apply it, you don't think that it's gonna dry matte because it's more of a like a creamy texture. Then just using my L'Oreal Pro Glow. This actually doesn't make my eyes burn anymore. I'm trying to see like now if I'm like conscious of it, or maybe I just got used to it. Maybe a little bit, but I definitely love this concealer. I've been using it over a bunch of my high-end concealers. It's like the only one I've been using since the beginning of September. Definitely gonna repurchase it. It's so light coverage, so I could see why a lot of people wouldn't like it. It also makes your face burn when you apply it. I like a lot of things that a lot of people hate, but the actual finish of it, like I love, like that needs to be blended out still a little bit, but it has this glow to it that is so pretty. And I always do concealer on my nose instead of contouring my nose. I feel like it gives you like a subtle contour with just a little bit of concealer. And then it still looks natural and you don't have to worry about it being even. So I feel like my foundation, concealer looks glowy and pretty, and it actually looks like real skin. It doesn't look like super makeup-y, which is always my vibe. I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I've been liking this so far. It's actually like really mattifying on me. Not uncomfortable, like not drying, and it doesn't look like really powdery, but it does leave me more matte than my Cover FX powder. And I've been using this both as a setting powder on my face and then also under my eyes. So I'll just apply it under one eye and maybe you guys can see like it instantly. Of course it's powder, so it's gonna look a little bit more matte, but it just like mattifies the whole look of my face. I also feel like it helps my skin stay matte like for hours and hours and hours. So I don't need to really touch up with it. I've only tried it, this is like the 3rd or 4th day that I've been wearing it. But so far, I am liking it. And then I'm just going to use my stipple brush for the rest of my face. I don't want to go in like too heavy with it. And I think they also have a new peach setting powder. I kind of want to try that too if it does smell like peaches. But I can't imagine how much more mattifying it would be than this, because this is already pretty mattifying. So just finishing up under my eyes, I'm probably just going to use the same 2 shadows. I'm going to start with the burgundy shade on the outer half of my eye, and then just use that copper shade that's on my lid in the inner third. That's what I always do with my lower lash line, like matte on the outside and then shimmer towards the inner corner. You guys, look how long my lower lashes are. Like, that is so long. They're gonna be down to like my shoulders by the end of the year. I've been using the lash serum, the Grande Cosmetics lash serum. My top lashes are long too, but my lower lashes, like, that is huge difference. And then I use the Monsieur Big mascara, which is also like really intense. So usually like after like 2-3 minutes, my lashes, my bottom lashes like settle and calm down so they don't look like so harsh. But I actually think it's really cool how long they've gotten. And I'm going in with the new palette from Tarte that I just reviewed, the Park Avenue Princess Chisel palette. I'm just going to use a little bit on my cheekbones. I'm just going to take a little bit of Carrot and Princess Cut to contour just slightly. I'm going to take that on my whole face, the perimeter of my face. And then I am going to be using the Hourglass palette. I've only used the blush so far, so I really want to try out the other powders. So I'm going in with a light bronzer shade and the buildable cheek brush from Smashbox that I've been loving. Ooh, okay, I can see a difference so far. Yeah, I see it. This is a light bronzer. Like if I were to get a full size, I'd go a shade darker. But I see it's like an olivey color, which is nice. Sometimes bronzers, like I hate, obviously an orange bronzer or like a red based bronzer. All right, so I really like that contour color. I'm gonna use this dim light powder maybe. What is this one? This is the strobing powder. I'm gonna use the strobing powder down the center of my face. I'm just taking that with a fan brush. Let's see, okay. I had a feeling these are actually showing up, or this shade is showing up better than I thought it would. Now I'm like going crazy with it. I'm like over highlighted my forehead. But I just thought this would be like so subtle. I actually like that. I thought I would, but I thought it would be more subtle, but I'm actually happy that it's not. So I could use that as a highlight down the center of my face. I thought it would almost be like I guess it is somewhere between a finishing powder and a highlighter, but it actually does look glowy, which I like. And then I'm just using this center blush, which is more purpley. It's part of why I really wanted this palette, because sometimes in their previous palettes, ooh, I went in with a lot of product. I gotta diffuse that out. These are a lot more pigmented than I expected them to be. Ooh, that's a lot of color. Let me like just buff that out a bit. It's like a nice purpley tone. So for highlight, I'm using one of the new minis from the holiday collection. This is such a baby highlight. From Jouer. This is in the shade Skinny Dip, which makes me really happy because I wanted this forever and I think it sold out for a while. I just love the Jouer highlighter formula. It's like my favorite high-end highlighters. Alright, so for my lips, I'm going in with one of the new shades from Jouer. This is part of their Best of Deeps holiday collection. This shade is called Cerise Noir. It's one of their new shades, and I really like the packaging of their minis. They like upgraded it from last year. And this is, I just like swatched a bunch of different colors because I wanted to use one of their new shades. This is like a purpley brown darker shade. Alright, so this just got like real vampy real quick, and I really like it. I don't even think I've done a fall look on my channel yet, so here it is. I think every other look I've done this fall is like a summer or spring kind of makeup look. So, ooh, I'm so excited for this. Like, I'm ready for fall, and we're like 3 months in now. I like this lip color. I hope they sell it in a full size. If they do, I will link it down below too, because this is really pretty. My other favorite shade in this collection is Noisette. I wear this shade all the time. It's like a brownish color, but I really like this one if you want something that's like not so brown and more burgundy. That's a really pretty shade. I think it's like really wearable if you're not into like really dark tones. So I'm really loving the lip color. I have been wearing all the products. The only ones that are new to me are the Smashbox palette, the new holiday palette. That was like the first time I've been using it. And it's like the same quality as the Cover Shop palettes, which are also awesome. So definitely check this out if you guys want a holiday palette that's huge and good quality. I didn't use the face powders, but the eyeshadows are good, and I have tried out the face palettes from Smashbox. Those are good too. And then the other thing that is more new is the Hourglass palette. And I still need to try out some of the other shades in the Hourglass palette, but I really like especially the bronzer and then the strobing powder. I really like that it actually shows up glowy. I was really thinking it was going to be like so subtle, and then if your face hits the light, you'll see a little bit of glow, but it actually shows up nicely, which I like because I don't like powders that do nothing. So I'm liking the shades that I used from this so far. Everything else I've been using for a couple days at least, so I know how it wears and everything. The Too Faced foundation actually wears really nicely. I've worn it to work out for hours. So this actually works really nicely. It's like sweat proof on me, and it does keep my makeup on all day. So I've been wearing this a couple days. I've really been liking it so far. It feels super lightweight. It's really comfortable and matte. It says it on the tube that it's comfort matte. I've been wearing it for a couple days. I've been liking it, so I do recommend it. It does wear nicely. Along with the Too Faced powder, I've been wearing this for a couple days. It helps your makeup stay on longer. So yeah, everything else I'm really happy with. I'm so obsessed with this lip color right now, so I hope it's available in a full size. I will link the kit down below because ooh, I'm just so happy with this lip color. I really like this like burgundy shade with this like kind of coppery burgundy eye look. So I will link all the products that I used in today's video down below. And yeah, make sure you're also checking out my giveaway for the Smashbox palettes, because that will be open for, I believe, another week. And that is everything for today's video. I just keep staring at my lip color because I'm obsessed. But that is everything for today's video. If you guys liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys soon in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.